Hello and welcome to another 3 o'clock with SOC. Today is May 18, 2021. Uh, my name is Alan Canacasco. I'm a public ally servant with the Southside Organizing Center. I'm going to take a minute to say hello to our Spanish-speaking audience. Hola, mi nombre es Alan Canacasco Rubio. Soy un aliado público sirviendo con el South SOC. Para escuchar el show en español, marque el número 646-749-3122 y use el código de acceso 779-328-221. Bueno, y esta información también está en la pantalla y en los comentarios. I want to remind everybody that you can find these shows translated in Spanish and English. We've been doing these forum updates since April of 2020, since the pandemic started, and we have a bunch of information, various different guests, and you can find all of these on Facebook and YouTube. You can look us up on Facebook at Southside Organizing Center, and on YouTube with this under the same name. Okay, today's team is made up of Marisol and doing production. Andrea is doing comments today. And as you can see, I'm not wearing my mask because I am working from home today, like the rest of our team here at SOC. But we would like to, but we are still working for you, and you can contact us with any questions at 414-672-8090 or by email at soc@socmilwaukee.org. And you'll be able to find this information in the comments as well. Please leave us your opinions on the comments. Give us a like, give us a share. We really want to hear what you guys have to say during the forum. And yeah, I encourage everyone to give us a share so we can reach other folks as well, because the information that we bring to you is really valuable. Let's cover the topics that are going to be here for the rest of the week. Wednesday, which is Spanish Day, you'll see me there moderating the Spanish show. We'll have Primitivo Torres with Voces de la Frontera. We have two Voces de la Frontera shows today. Today will be one as well, but back to Primitivo. Primitivo is a community organizer at Voces, and he'll be talking about the actions that are being held during the month of May. So this month, a little bit about why May in particular is important for the labor movement, and some of the movements that are ongoing for Voces. Thursday, we'll have Jonathan Sanson. He's the clinic manager at 16th Street Clinic, and he'll talk about vaccines for younger people and why the CDC made or has decided to go start vaccinating younger folks. And finally, on Friday, we'll have Colleen Chetney Trowski, and she is the executive director of the St. Josepha Basilica Foundation. And she'll talking about a little bit about what the foundation does and events that will be happening at the Basilica. Okay, and now we are going to jump into our interview. Today we have Rebeca Acosta. She's a student leader with the youth chapter of Voces de la Frontera, which is, youth empowered in the struggle. And she's here to tell us about opportunities for youth, how to get involved, and current initiatives. So if we can put Rebeca on the screen. Hello, Rebeca.
Hello.
Hello, how are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, I'm doing really well. Well, Rebeca, start telling us about like what you do at Jess. Just tell us about a little bit about yourself, how you became involved.
Yeah, so I am a student leader with Youth Empowered in the Struggle, which is the student branch of Voces de la Frontera. And I got involved sophomore year of high school. I just started going to the Yes Chapter meetings that were happening at my school. And that made me branch out into community-based work that I've been doing ever since.
Very nice. Tell us a little bit more about like that work that you're doing with Jess. Tell us about kind of like the beginnings, like what drew you to it. I know you mentioned you were a sophomore, but what was it like? Oh, like this, some of the things that they're saying, and like what my friends are saying as well, or if you got through involved with your friends, like this really resonates with me. Like what were some of those ideas? Like what some of those drivers for you?
Yeah, so I was really drawn to Yes because of like the community. It was a community of like-minded people who wanted to take action and wanted to be involved in their communities because these issues were affecting our families and our friends, and we didn't, um, we wanted to continue to fight. So that is what I was drawn to, and that's why we have a lot of people drawn to the work um, because of just the safe space and the education and the community-based work that we do is really important.
Very nice. Um, tell us just a little bit about like Yes, and some of the work that you guys are doing. If you can be more specific on that, or yeah,
Yeah. So Guess has been involved in different ways throughout in the community. We canvassed and phone banked for the 2020 election. We also did election work for the last spring election, which was last month. Um, we also have done um, a lot of community-based things. We are organizing efforts for the May Day March. We helped created the posters, we painted the posters, we fundraised. We also led the march, and students chanting. So our efforts are, both in the schools, but also in the community. Within schools, we want to make sure that students have their rights and that they have their voices heard. So a part of that has been for the spring election of having student school board members reflect what we need as students. So that is why we participate in that election. And that's why we help get out the vote for that. So yeah, those are some of our efforts.
very nice. As a student leader, I assume you do some of the recruiting as well. Tell me what some of the the ways in which you recruit other youth, and how do you like try to get folks involved? Because yeah,
Yeah, so it really starts in for Yes, it starts in the school community. Students want to get involved. They want to, stand up and speak for what's right. And it starts with, joining an advocacy group within your school community, or join a Yes chapter. If you don't have a Yes chapter, you can reach out to our organizer, Allison. So it's important to, join an organization to help, those efforts. So
very nice. Could you tell me more about how to join a chapter or getting involved? Say if the school doesn't have one, and if
mhm.
this is a citywide, like countywide or statewide effort on that part.
Yeah, so um, there are a couple of Milwaukee Public School high schools that have Yes chapters. So, find that information and go to a meeting. Um, I know Reagan High School, Milwaukee School of Languages, um, various other high schools have different Yes chapters. So, join those chapters and get involved. But if you don't have a Yes chapter at your school, we do have a wider like holistic yes chapter in Milwaukee and one in Racine. So you can join the Yes chapter here in Milwaukee, which welcomes all students, all youth, and you can find out more information by reaching out to our Facebook page or, reaching out to our organizer, Allison. So there's many ways to get involved. Yeah.
Very nice. And I see Andrea posted the Facebook page on the comments there. Very nice. Why do you think it's important, especially for youth, to be involved in this like transformative work? Like, you know, if you can give me a little bit of your opinion on that.
Yeah. It's really important for youth to be involved in this work because these issues are affecting us and they're going to affect us for the rest of our lives. If we don't keep fighting for this, for equity and, justice. But I think it's also important that youth are involved because, it's affecting us right now. It's affecting us. It's affecting our families, our communities. And it's important that youth get involved because, we're the next generation that's going to have to, stand up and fight for, what we believe in. But it's also important because youth are bringing new ideas and new ways to organize and mobilize, the movement. And it's also a way to connect with the young people. Young people connect more towards young people. So it's a good way to draw into the youth community and bring them into the movement rather than having someone, they may not feel connected to. So,
Yeah, very nice. Yeah, why don't we just or tell us a little bit more about how to, you mentioned your Facebook page. How can we reach out to you or Allison if you want to give us some of that, more of that contact information?
Yeah. So you can go to our website at vdlf.org. You can also, reach out to our Yes page, our DM our Yes page on Instagram. And if you did want to reach out to our city organizer, Allison, you can reach her at Allison. I can put the email in the chat. Yeah, you can reach out to Allison at vdlf.org. And, just get connected in ways that you can.
Right on. How many like youth students do you currently have in in the chapter?
Within our school chapters, it's a little smaller, but within our, citywide chapter, it varies, like 50 students. And then there's a couple of active students, who, who are consistently doing the work. So.
Very nice. Any other anything else you would like to say to us? Words of encouragement for youth out there who would want to get involved?
Yeah. So, if you want to get involved, now we are having an action next week, Thursday, on the 27th, and we are going to Madison to talk to our politicians and convince them to give us driver's licenses for undocumented immigrants and give us in-state tuition. You can find out more information on our social media pages. And it's important that we act on this because at the federal level, we have a narrow window with a slight majority to pass immigration reform. So the time to organize is now. You can join us at vdlf.org. Reach out. And we're glad that you are taking, that first step of, getting involved and reaching out to your community. We welcome anyone. And yeah.
Yeah, thank you. I'm thinking just a couple other questions just to encourage more people to join. In terms of like major hurdles here at the state level, what do you guys like see as like those bigger obstacles in order to I'm a new just as a community in general has like to jump over or to fight harder for?
Yeah, so at the state level, we have some Congress people or senators who aren't in support of immigration reform or providing driver's licenses for undocumented immigrants or in-state tuition, and that's really harmful to our community because people need driver's licenses to get places. They need to get to their jobs, and they need to do that safely without the fear of getting stopped by the police and later being, deported. So it's really important that we have these rights and access to resources. So sometimes, these politicians don't verbally support our movement and support the right to immigrants because, they fear backlash or whatever it may be. But it's important that they speak up for, these rights because they are the ones that have the power to make change. So it's important to hold our politicians accountable and, have them, serve us because that's what they are here to do. They are here to represent us.
Thank you so much, Rebecca. Yes, and I would fully agree. I think we cover mostly everything, and I'm really happy that you were here with us today. We encourage our SOC youth to get involved and just the youth around the community to get involved. You feel free to reach out to Rebecca or get involved through Facebook. Thank you so much, Rebecca.
Thank you so much for having us. Thank you, everyone, for listening.
Yeah, thank you. And hopefully we can have you back some other time with some good news and more information.
Definitely.
All right. Bye-bye. Okay, that was Rebeca Acosta, and she is a youth leader with the Voces de Frontera youth chapter. Yes, and she was here to tell us a little bit more about their work. We're gonna move on to our COVID update, and we're gonna have Marlene live with some important updates.
Hello, thank you.
Marlene. Oh. I'm not interviewing. Okay, I'll leave.
All right. Thank you for that, Alan. So we have some quick live updates for you guys from the Milwaukee Public Health Department. They just released that starting June 1st, the Moving Milwaukee Health mandate order will be removed. So that will end June 1st. What does that mean for Milwaukee? It means that the mask order will be removed starting June 1st. It will not be a requirement for you to wear masks in any public spaces if you are fully vaccinated. So take note, you need to be fully vaccinated. They are putting the trust in community members to acknowledge that you are fully vaccinated and abide by these recommendations. If you are not fully vaccinated, you can continue to wear your mask if you do not feel comfortable. And then what's the other update? The other update is that starting May 24th, the senior centers will be back and active. Yeah, but if you would like to find out more about the removal of the mask mandate, you can go on our Facebook page. We just shared a post of the Commissioner of the Public Health Department and Mayor Tom Barrett speaking about this. I do recommend that individuals continue wearing their masks if they do not feel comfortable. You do still have to wear your masks in medical facilities, healthcare facilities, and schools. So if you are in school, you still need to wear your masks. But if you're in a restaurant or anything like that, you do not have to wear your mask if you are fully vaccinated. But yeah, so that will be starting June 1st. We're sharing some links for you guys in the comment section of resources you can go to. The COVID crisis line, you can call 211 or 1-877-947-2211. That's in the comment section. You can call them for any questions that you might have. But other than that, that is my quick emergency update about COVID for you guys, and I hope you all have a great day.
Bye, Marlene. Okay, that was Marlene with a live update about COVID-19 and the easing of restrictions now. Okay, we will move on here to our community resource, and today we'll talk about the a little project that SOC is putting together. We're gonna have a one bag, or one family, one bag, one block cleanup. Travis, I believe, is gonna be dropping off those bags to the residents. We do have a link on the comments that will take you to our registration link so that you can get your supplies from Travis and that you can help us out here. I believe this is a 10-week-long project where we'll just be providing these supplies to folks, and we will love your help to keep our community looking good, keeping it clean. So yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us. You can find that information here in the comments, and you can reach us at SOC at socmilwaukee.gov, or you can call us at 414-628-8090. And again, that information is in the comments. Okay, yeah, I think we are nearing the end of our show. I just want to let you guys know who we're going to have here during the rest of the week, since today is only Tuesday. So tomorrow we'll have Primitivo Torres. He is a community organizer at Voces de la Frontera, and he'll be here with us tomorrow during the Spanish segment. I'll be interviewing here as well, so you'll see me again tomorrow. Thursday we'll have Jonathan Sanson. He's the clinic manager at 16th Street Health Center Clinic. He'll be talking about why minors are getting vaccine, or why should they get vaccines. And finally, on Friday, we will have Colleen, and her last name is, Colleen is the executive director at the St. Josaphat Basilica Foundation, and she's Colleen Shatney. And she'll be telling us a little bit about the foundation and any events that are coming up at the Basilica. I think we are at the end of our program here. I encourage everybody to fill out our survey. Any folks who viewed today, please fill out the survey so that we can better serve you. And that's going to be the survey promo at the end. It was great to do the Tuesday show today for youth. I hope that they watch later, and then they can get involved with Voces de la Frontera and their youth chapter. Yes. Thank you very much.
Has this live forum been informative and useful to you? What part of the forum could be improved or changed to make it better? Please take our quick survey that's located in the comments section so that we can keep 3 o'clock with SOC going for residents. Thank you for tuning in.